So we're going to start off with the cucumbers. I actually did not think that any cucumbers had grown because I hadn't seen any sprouts with all the dandelions and weeds. But then I was just going and I found one. So I covered it with a box so I don't damage the plant when I till the ground up around it. Two more there, so I just covered them up with the bin again. And then I just kept going through. This cucumber patch was just one big triangle. And notice how light my shoulders are at the beginning of the video. Here's just a close-up of some of the cucumber plants. So they look just like any other spreading plant. That's a huge patch over there. Yeah, that's probably one of the bigger ones. I also found that one, and that one. How many is that? Here, there's a number on screen, that's how many there are. So next we're just going to do the raspberry patch. So these raspberries I all transplanted from my mom's garden. I just plucked them out of the ground a few weeks ago, put them in, and surprisingly all of them lived. It was actually really surprising to me. So now I'm just going to till it up. I'm also going to till up the path a bit, just get rid of those weeds. Then I'll pack it down and boom. Next we have the potato patch. So there are about 53 potato plants in here, and I didn't have enough to plant in the middle, unfortunately, so I'm just going to till the entire middle up. So I realized there were too many weeds, so I went to go get the bucket to put them in. And then once I was done all that, I went back to that and kept tilling. I think it looks quite good. Now I'm just going to do the outside of the potatoes. And we're done. Now we have to move on to the rows. So back here I'm doing the pea plants first. These peas, I planted about 20 of them. They're actually doing pretty good. Surprisingly good. Now I'm just doing the row of carrots. I planted a lot of carrots. I was surprised at how many I found after I had done all of it. The reason I stay so low when I'm walking over and keep looking at it up at the tree is because there is a robin that keeps dive bombing me. It's a girl, but I called it Phil, so now Phil keeps dive bombing me every once in a while. I don't think I caught him on camera, but still up behind the carrots. Once we're done that, we're gonna move on to, what is that? That's a kale and spinach. We move on to the kale and spinach. I only have a few kale and spinach plants because I planted them with really old seeds, and I was getting swarmed by mosquitoes out here, so that's why I had to take so many breaks. I go in really soon here, and then I come back later. So I think I just made it past the kale. I'm moving on to the spinach now. These two big plants here are spinach plants. Arrow on screen pointing to them. It's gone now. So now we just till up between the kale, the green onions, and the dill. And now let's do the dill. So we're just gonna till around it and hopefully not damage the plant because I already weeded it here. And we're done. Let's just finish up around the spinach. And now let's move on to the lettuce. The lettuce is the row behind it, and you can't really see it because I did a horrible job at planting it. There it is. It's a really light green stuff. It's starting to show up. You can see how it's so dense on that one side and then so sparsely apart on the other side. There's actually no lettuce past that last one there. So now let's till up around it. And it's looking pretty good. Let's start with the beets. Now I don't want to go too far into the beets because the beets and carrots are still so tiny I don't want to damage them. So we will a good distance away from them. Once we're done this, I take another break and then I'll move on to the corn. Corn, pumpkins, and squashes. Not squashes, zucchinis. Let's till it up and we're good. Now we come out to the zucchini and corn patch. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is the sunflowers right now. Now we're on the zucchinis. So the little ones with the big broad leaves, those are zucchinis, and the taller ones with the long leaves, that's corn. I planted them together because corn, bean, and squash grow really well together. And oh, that's nice. You just get to see the dandelions just go and disappear.
I think the garden looks quite amazing now. After nearly 7 hours of work, we have weeded the cucumbers, the pumpkins, the squashes. Not squashes, what am I talking about? Zucchinis. The sunflowers, sort of. All the rows of veggies, except for the beets and carrots because they're still too small. The peas, the potatoes, the raspberries, the basil, everything. Finally weeded this garden. It's taken me so long. I'm super proud of it. So please show your support by liking and subscribing on this video. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.